Hey everybody, this is Crimson Comic coming back at you. This time, this video is going to be another haul video. It's kind of like a mid-April haul, what I've picked up so far. I got quite a few things, so I decided to break it up, so that way it's not all just at the end of the month. Got some good ones here today. Some ones I was really excited to pick up, so without further ado, let's get started. I'll start off with my single issue comics here that I picked up. And this time I got them all of the ones I'm going to show off today I just got from Midtown with an order I placed there. So first up, got an Amalgam comic, another one of these, Speed Demon. So this was published by Marvel. This is one of theirs that they did, and this is an amalgamation of Ghost Rider and The Flash. So I'm really excited to get into this one. I haven't read it yet, but really looking forward to it. It's got a pretty sweet cover here with Ghost Rider and The Flash combined. The Speed Demon. So I thought that this one was pretty cool. So I was happy to find this one and pick it up. Glad they had it. And then next up, I got one of the True Believers. This one is Devil Dinosaur, #1. Probably about, I don't know, almost a year ago now, I read through the paperback volume of all the Devil Dinosaur issues. And I really like this cover, but I thought it'd be cool to have the first issue in a single issue form. So I picked it up. But yeah, I really love this cover with Devil on the front. Big and bad, looking good. But yeah, so, I mean, you can't beat it. I think I got it for 60 cents at Midtown, so pretty good. Next up, I got a short little run of the Spectre here. This is when Hal Jordan was the Spectre. When he was the host for the Spectre. And I always liked that idea and that concept. I really like Hal Jordan and Green Lantern. And then when I read him, he was in Day of Judgment. Well, that's when he became the Spectre. And then he's in a few other things I read. And, well, in Green Lantern Rebirth, he still is playing host. And then Identity Crisis, I guess he was in there. He showed up. But I just really want to read the run with him as the Spectre. So I got the first 4 issues here. So there's issue 1, and then issue 2, issue 3. Got Batman and Superman on the cover. And then issue 4. So I believe issues 2 through 4 complete like a story arc. I think I read that online, so I thought that'd be a good place to stop for now. But yeah, I'd like to get the full run though with Hal Jordan as a Spectre. Read through that. I think that would be fun. And then next up, I got issue 30 and 31 of Teen Titans. Now the reason I got these is because they had a Captain Carrot like backup story in them. You can't really see it in the corner here. It shows whatever happened to Captain Carrot in the corner. But the stickers, I need to get new bags for these. I tried, as you can see, I tried taking off the sticker, but it didn't work very well. But yeah, so because I had recently picked up the Showcase Presents collection of Captain Carrot, and really enjoyed my time with it. And so I couldn't find definitive information on whether or not the backup story that is in these 2 issues is actually in the trade paperback that came out. It's called Captain Carrot in the Final Arc. Because according to DC's website, it didn't say anything about these 2 backup issues. But then I read a couple comments that said there were like a few pages, so I wasn't sure if it was the whole thing or not, so I just decided to pick up the issue so I could read them myself. And then I can read Captain Carrot in the Final Arc. So there's that. Yeah, so that does it for the single issues. And then I also picked up some trades, a couple hardcovers here. So first up, got The Flash by Geoff Johns and Francis Manapul. This is Brightest Day. This takes place after Blackest Night. And this is Volume 1, and then Volume 2 is The Road to Flashpoint. So this is the dastardly death of the Rogues. So I'm looking forward to getting into this. Gotta love The Flash. But yeah, it's got Johns and Manapul on it. So it should be good. Haven't read any of this yet, but looking forward to it, definitely. Barry back in the action. But yeah, this is good stuff. It's got really good art. But yeah, so there's that. Flash Volume 1 from Geoff Johns, Brightest Day. And then next up, this book I had seen. I watched a video on the YouTube channel from Creeper, one of his videos, Creeper Comics. He's got some great stuff if you haven't checked it out. Highly recommend it. But anyways, he did a video on some obscure comics and video game comics based off video games. And this one he showed, it's from a video game called Hawken. And he used to play it a lot. I used to play this game a lot too. So like kind of a mech fighting video game, first person shooter, where you play in a giant mech, you fight other mechs. But yeah, it was a really fun game. Didn't get a ton of support, so it didn't last very long. But he was showing it off and he recommended it. So I was like, hey, I'll have to pick that up because I really like the game. So I thought it'd be cool to get a fun little story from the universe. But yeah, it's kind of like a dystopian looking future, which is great. Love that dystopian sci-fi future. The art is very interesting. I dig it. It changes, I think, a little bit throughout. I think somebody later on in the book becomes a little, well, maybe not, I don't know. Yeah, this is more painted, a lot more lines in the first few issues. Yeah, this is totally different too. But yeah, so I got a few different artists on here. I'm not sure who did this. And of course, there's not an easy place to find the information. Probably should have looked that up beforehand. But yeah. Yeah, it looks like it's got comic illustrators and painters in the industry, including Francisco Velasco, Alex Sanchez, Bill Sienkiewicz, Bagus Hutomo, I don't know, Michael Gaydos, a lot of hard names, some other people. But yeah, it looks cool. So I'm excited to get into this, get back into that universe from that game. But yeah, so thanks again to Creature for the recommendation. Happy to pick this up. Alright, next up, got another hardcover here. This time it's from Titan Comics. Doctor Who. This is the 8th Doctor Adventures. A Matter of Life and Death. I really like the 8th Doctor movie, for those of you who are into Doctor Who. I love the 8th Doctor and the Doctor Who movie that he was in. And I always wished I could have more stories with him, more TV episodes or whatever. But thought the next best thing is comic book. I know there's like audio dramas and whatnot too, that has him, that features the 8th Doctor. But yeah, I decided to pick this up. I saw it, and this I highly recommend it if you're into Doctor Who and you want a new 8th Doctor story. The new companion in this book, Josie, was great. I would love to see more, but I don't know if we're gonna get any more. I don't know if they've released any more issues after this first volume. Wasn't a huge fan of the art in it, just not really my style. But it didn't, in my opinion, didn't really detract from the overall reading experience. But yeah, it was really good. I highly recommend it. And like, it tells one full continuous story throughout all the issues. Yeah, it definitely has a pretty good payoff at the end too. That was fun to read. But yeah, so if you're into Doctor Who and you want more Eighth Doctor, I highly recommend this book. It's a good read. So yep, there you go. Doctor Who: A Matter of Life and Death by George Mann and Emma Vicelli. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but alright, the next few books I picked up again from Ollie's. I went there again just to see what they had, so I picked up a few more. First one, Justice League International. I've heard a lot of good things about this. A lot of people recommend it. So when I saw this, I just decided to pick it up. It was only $2.99 for Volume 1. But couldn't pass that up from the recommendations I've seen online. But it's got a nice, cool, old school style of art, which I'm looking forward to getting into. But yeah, it should be good. Looking forward to it. I guess this is, from what I understand, a series that doesn't take itself too seriously. It's a little more humorous for Justice League. But yeah, it's been, I've seen tons of videos online recommending this Justice League International run. So, looking forward to getting into that one. Alright, next up, I got JSA. This is Volume 7. And I also picked up JSA Volume 8. I've started reading this run with that Johns primarily writes. He didn't start it. I think it was Robinson, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I've been really enjoying it. So they had these couple other volumes. I still need 4, 5, and 6. I have 1, 2, and 3, but I figured might as well pick these up while I can, because I definitely see myself continuing this series and keeping right on with it, at least until John steps away. But I'll probably go to the end. I forget how many issues it has in its run. But yeah, really digging this. Happy to have it in a hand. Happy to find it at such a great price. I mean, you can't beat the $2.99, $3.99 price value on these. Alright, and then last but not least, don't really know too much about this one, but I just saw it at Ollie's and read the back and thought it sounded interesting. This is Threshold. This is from the New 52. And it deals with a Green Lantern. His name is Jediah Call. But it's kind of like he gets put into this like game show that is watched across the universe, I guess. And he has to fight for his life. He's put on a planet and everyone's out to hunt him. And there's a couple other people involved, but apparently his power battery's like taken away, so he has to break into this place and find it and get it. But yeah, I just flipped through it and read the back, and it sounded really interesting and good, cool, kind of a different story than what I usually read. Oh yeah, and Blue Beetle's in it. He's involved too. But this guy sold me on it. I don't know who he is, but he's pretty great. It's like Bionic Bunny fella. But yeah, so not too sure how it's gonna go. Not too sure who's all. Apparently Larfleeze is in it, but not too sure who's all in it. As far as some of the other backup characters, but looking forward to getting into it. Sounded interesting, sounded cool, so I thought, hey. And I mean, again, these prices, you can't beat it. It's worth giving it a shot for $3.99. So yeah, that was Threshold, Volume 1, The Hunted. I don't think there were any other volumes. I think this is the only one. I could be wrong, but yeah, I think this was the only one. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, that was my haul for the first half of April. Let me know what you guys thought. Let Let me know if you have any recommendations for me based on what you've seen me buy. I love finding recommendations like that. The Hawken, I was super happy to pick that up. That was cool seeing on Creatures video and then picking up. But yeah, so let me know what you think in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't. Like the video if you like it. And of course, we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.